I have huge respect for Toyota, the brand, for so many reasons. A lot of people ask me, why do you have so much respect for Toyota when you're a massive BMW fan yourself? So in this video, I'm gonna go over the reasons why I have so much respect for Toyota. Reason number one is none other than the CEO. If you know who the CEO of Toyota is, then you know what I'm about to talk about. Akio Toyoda is the chairman of the Toyota Corporation, and he's one of the very few car CEOs that actually enjoys driving, that goes racing in the Nürburgring 24-hour endurance race, one of the most famous races out there. This is a CEO that gets to drive his own company's sports cars before they even get released to the public. He gets to participate in the development of these cars before you lay your hands on them as a Toyota customer. This is a CEO that never shied away from calling out all of the EV development plans that many, if not most, of the car manufacturers have embraced over the last few years. Unlike many other car CEOs who just decided to do the opposite and just convert pretty much all their cars into EVs. I mean, just take a look at what Porsche has done and just how costly of a mistake that was for the Porsche brand, which is one of the most legendary car brands out there. If you take a look at the Taycan has been one of their worst cars to ever be released. The Taycan is undeniably one of their biggest mistakes ever. Porsche decided to give priority to their EU regulations over their customers' feedback and over the very essence of Porsche's soul as a brand. What defines Porsche as a brand and what makes Porsche Porsche is their top-level ICE engineering, their legendary flat six engine. So if you take that away from the equation, then you are just left with a soulless car that even Tesla can make. Getting back to Toyota's CEO, this is a man that I have so much respect for because, like I said, he decided to stand up for the ICE power plant, and because of him, Toyota's strategy response to the market's EV trends is arguably one of the best ever. Toyota did not decide to embrace EVs fully. Toyota decided to focus on hybrids and not ditch combustion engines from their sports cars. And if there's one man we can thank for this decision, it's none other than Akio Toyoda. The man himself said on multiple occasions that you cannot really take away ICE engines from sports cars, that a sports car is defined by an engine inside, by moving parts, by a soul inside underneath the bonnet, and by the sound that it makes, by the emotional connection that you get with the car. When you are pressing the gas pedal, when you hear the engine rev all the way to the red line, when you hear the turbo spool, when you can upshift, when you can downshift, all of these experiences, sensory experiences, these are the things that make a sports car a sports car. So if you take away the ICE engine from a sports car, then it's no longer a sports car. A sports car that has no sound, that has no soul, is no longer a sports car. So Akio Toyoda gets my utmost respect when it comes to this point. Now let's move on to the next point, which is Toyota makes amazing cars. Now it doesn't matter what type of car it is, Toyota makes it. And it makes some of the very best cars when it comes to value. And I am saying this as a BMW enthusiast myself, and the reason I am saying this is because Toyota is arguably the most reliable brand out there. Toyota makes some of the most reliable bulletproof cars out there, and people like to buy reliable cars. People like to buy cars with outstanding value for money. And Toyota just so happens to make these cars. So it's no wonder that Toyota is one of the leading brands in the US market. It doesn't matter what Toyota you're buying, from the smallest Toyota like the Yaris all the way to their big Land Cruiser, you are sure to get the best value for your money. You are sure to drive a car that is guaranteed to drive you from point A to B safely, reliably, and cheaply. The next reason why I love Toyota as a brand is because of the quality of their cars. Toyota cars are some of the most well-built, sturdiest cars out there, and there is no debate about this. I've sat in multiple Toyotas, and the one thing in common among all these cars is their outstanding build quality. Now, they might not use the best and most expensive materials out there because Remember, you're not paying a premium price, you're paying a Toyota price. But the way Toyota uses those inexpensive materials and puts them together is really outstanding, especially when you see the value you're getting for the money you've paid. The next reason why I have the utmost respect for Toyota as a brand is they make pretty much every single car you can imagine. They make small city cars like the Yaris, they make big off-road SUVs like the Land Cruiser, trucks, pickups, sedans, MPVs. They make sports cars like the Supra. They even make supercars now with the new GR GT. They are pretty much involved in every single segment of the car industry. And there's very few car manufacturers whose car lineup stretches all the way from the smallest city car to a supercar like the GR GT that Toyota has recently announced. The next and final reason why I absolutely love Toyota as a brand is because Toyota never really bends over to EU regulations or to market EV trends at the expense of their customer feedback. Toyota has always been a customer-centric company, and this shows in the numbers that they have been generating recently. In the last few years, Toyota is simply one of the best-selling car brands, period. And this is exactly what happens when you decide not to bend to EU regulations and market EV trends at the expense of your customer feedback. So these are all the reasons why I'm a big fan of Toyota as a car brand. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.